should I risk my life? Like, the answer is yes.
We're always called on someone's worst day.
There's somebody trapped inside.
There's a vehicle that's gone over the road.
Cardiac arrest, someone's up for you.
Life is literally in our hands.
We got a call.
That's what we fight for. We fight for life.
Jesus.
Would like to remind you to set your alarm and check your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed response.
Perimeter secure.
Remember, Amera guards it.
Lithia Subaru of Fresno proudly supports tonight's first segment of local news that matters. Lithia Subaru of Fresno. Subaru. Confidence in motion. KC24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
I'm Chief Meteorologist A.J. Fox. Temperatures easily getting into the 70s now. After high temperatures in the mid-90s, we are cooling off. The live radar nice and clear across the board. A little bit of a breeze helping us cool off. And otherwise, clear skies right now. You can see from our Valley Cam on top of our building here at KC24. Tomorrow, a lot more sunshine and still some heat. 94 degrees is not quite as hot as today, but we're going to keep the heat wave going at least until early next week. But by the middle of next week, close to normal temperatures. I'll show you that coming up. KC24 News at 11 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is KC24 News at 11.
It started spreading like wildfire that we were abusing dogs, torturing dogs, serving dog meat here.
A Fresno restaurant forced to close after wild accusations they were selling dog meat. Tonight, we hear from the owner about the backlash. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Catherine Phillips. Alex On is off tonight. Well, developing tonight, a Fresno restaurant owner is closing his business over online rumors saying they cook and serve dog meat to customers. The owner of Tasty Thai on Belmont and First says these allegations are false, and now he's facing threats online and over the phone. They say none of it is true, and it all started after someone posted about a dog possibly being abused next door.
Like wildfire that we were abusing dogs, torturing dogs, serving dog meat here.
David Rasavong says he felt blindsided when he saw dozens of negative reviews about his restaurant, Tasty Thai, on Yelp and Google. He says before long, the phone was ringing with people making threatening and racist phone calls. One review he sent us says, "Do not eat here. This place steals dogs and eats them." Another saying, "Are you seriously torturing and killing dogs here in the States to feed your customers?" He says a caller told him to go back to his country and used explicit language.
It's okay.
Rasavong says these claims couldn't be further from the truth. He says it all started when someone posted a video about a dog being tied up without water next door. He says he doesn't live there and doesn't own the home. But Rasavong says before long, commenters concluded the Tasty Thai was putting that dog and others on its menu. We reached out to the original poster of the video, and she has since apologized and called on commenters to stop sending threats, saying she was just concerned about the dog. Rasavong says he thinks this whole situation is rooted in racism.
We already live in a nation where there's a lot of divide, and to just jump and attack without finding out the facts and the truth, and especially basing it on discussing stereotypes about Asians, it's not right. You need to know better. You need to do better.
As of Tuesday, his business is closed over safety concerns, and he's not sure when he'll reopen.
And I'm not a victim. My parents did not raise a victim, but I can't lie that when someone's walking up, like when we were here yesterday and closed, when someone's walking up, couldn't tell if it was a customer or someone looking to say harsh things or start attacking. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
And Rasavong says they have filed reports with the Fresno police about all of these threats. Also developing tonight, Fresno State basketball player Joseph Hunter has been released from jail and will be able to resume team activities after being arrested on Tuesday. 19-year-old Joseph Hunter was arrested with 3 others during a traffic stop. Police found an AR-15 style rifle with live ammunition in the car. Police also say Hunter tried to evade officers. A spokesperson from the district attorney's office releasing this statement tonight, saying, based upon review of the police reports submitted to our office, there was one firearm located in the vehicle that was occupied by 4 individuals. Charges were filed against the driver and that person that possessed the firearm within the vehicle. And we're learning more about the man gunned down outside of his home near Madera High School. The victim identified as 28-year-old Joaquin Navarrete. The shooting happened yesterday around 3:30 in the afternoon. Still no word on the shooter. Madera police are asking anyone that may have surveillance video or information to contact them. And Fresno Mayor Jerry Dyer is laying out his new spending plan. The new budget includes a hike in garbage rates. Dyer did not give specific details on the rate hike, but says waste management is $3 million in the red, and rates haven't increased since 2009. Also highlighting his 2024 budget, public safety, proposing an additional 12 uniformed officers to the city's police force. The general fund, which includes general services, police, and fire department, is proposed to cost $480 million for 2024. But some city council members want to see what it means for response time and the people calling 911 before agreeing to the proposed additions.
Because we've granted more positions for dispatchers, better pay for dispatchers, more officers, more units. So I'm going to look for what is the response in improvement for response of people calling 911.
The mayor's budget is $1.85 billion, over more than $100 million than last year. A new program looks to help high school students feel more confident about their math skills before they go to college. That program is called the Math Bridge Project, and it offers more math classes in high school that could be worth college credit for students. The hope is by helping high schoolers with a class they usually consider difficult, they may be interested in pursuing more math-based careers in the future.
And when we can get them through these courses and make them successful, they realize not only am I supposed to be here, I'm pretty good at it. And when I go to college, I think I might take some more math courses.
So far, 6 community colleges around the valley are participating in the program, but the hope is more will join. Celebrating a major milestone for a Fresno organization focused on supporting the community. The Fresno EOC celebrating its 58th birthday this year, along with the 58th birthday of its Head Start program. The program provides services for kids to help them learn, grow, and develop through their most formative years. While Fresno EOC says it's important to emphasize the impact of early education, the Head Start program does even more for the whole family.
And the great thing about Head Start is from 0 to 5 is that we look at the whole child and the whole family, because we know children can't thrive unless their families are thriving.
And as part of the Community Action Month, the city of Fresno will be honoring Fresno EOC next week for their hard work and service to the community. And a group of robotics students out of Madera, they were honored today after bringing home a world championship title. The Madtown robotics team was at Matilda Torres High School to celebrate the win. Juanita Adame has much more.
Well, this team worked for weeks to get every detail right about this robot. They took home the world title and beat more than 3,000 teams across the world. Areli Venegas said they had just over 1 month to create their robot ETR-19.
We would be able to do the prototyping, the designing, the fabrication, the assembly, and the programming, as well as the driving practice done within the 6 weeks that we had.
And all their hard work and planning paid off.
Through our trials and successes, they're out here throwing us in-house rallies as well as an open house, showing the community what our program's like.
Today, a celebration was held to honor Madera's Madtown robotics team.
So right now we're celebrating our victory, our World Championship victory from Houston.
Teacher Vern Valmonte said the rally held at Torres High School in Madera was also to show the community what the team does.
We're going to go ahead and demonstrate. We're going to show off our bot. We're going to show the win.
And how they do it so well.
We're going to kind of explain how we scored and how the robot functioned.
This was the second time the team has taken home a world championship. The first time was back in 2019.
Houston, there was over 600 teams. There is currently over 3,200 teams worldwide. And out of all those, we came out #1 on top.
They are thankful for the amount of support they've gotten from their community.
Makes me pretty excited knowing that the community still has support for us.
Now, this group told us that in order for their bot to take home the win, it had to have a flawless performance during their competition. And this robot did just that. Reporting in Madera, Juanita Adame, KC24, local news that matters.
Well, congratulations to them. Still to come on KC24 News at 11, more than 8,000 bills facing Judgment Day at the state capitol.
These are two highly impactful housing bills that will help California address its severe housing shortage.
Which pieces of legislation passed and which ones got chopped?
Here are the headlines for tonight. Clear and mild overnight, but a little hot tomorrow. Not quite as hot as today. Cloudiness for the valley early next week, and the end of the heat wave is in sight. In your 4-day allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy, that's going to be in the medium range through early next week. Oak, privet, and olive, the predominant pollens. And I'll have your complete forecast as KC24 News continues.
This is the place I love. There's nowhere better than the place I'm from. Yeah, this is where my world goes round. I've got my logo on. The Central Valley is where I belong. KC24 is where I go. Turn it on and it feels right. Yeah, it feels like home. I've got my logo on.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The thoughtfully redesigned 2023 Subaru Outback shares your spirit. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus up to 32 miles per gallon. A 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, advanced technology, and an extra-large touchscreen. The 2023 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Get to Subaru of Fresno, where every new Subaru comes with complimentary maintenance included.
Next, E.T. Arnold Schwarzenegger reveals his biggest life regret.
Daddy, where were you when I had my recital?
And how art is imitating life in his upcoming TV debut. Next, E.T.
Entertainment tonight, weeknights at 7:30 on KC24.
When I got hurt in a car wreck, I had so many questions. I called Dunyan Law.
I'm attorney Bridget Dunyan. After a car wreck, just call us.
They got me $710,000 for my car wreck.
Call DUNNION.
The opportunity to make a difference doesn't always require a uniform. Be the vital link between the community and our officers as a CHP dispatcher. Make a positive difference in your community and apply now. Scan the code or visit chpbethevoice.com.
KC24 News is brought to you in part by HR Mobile Services. Now, AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox with your local weather authority forecast.
Temperatures today way above average. We're still in the middle of this heat wave. It's not the worst one we've ever had, but it's the first one we've had this year. So 97 was our high. 83 would be considered normal. Our morning low was 65, also way above average. We're at 77 now in Fresno. Hanford 78, 73 in Visalia, 75 in Porterville. Compare that to 24 hours ago. Porterville's the only one that's warmer. The rest of the valley's a little bit cooler, up to 6 degrees cooler. And because of a breeze, that's why we're dropping. And we're going to drop our temperatures a little bit tomorrow afternoon, and this is partially why. The San Joaquin River's under a flood advisory still. The Kings River is under a flood warning still, and very warm temperatures, especially continually above freezing temperatures in the overnight hours, are going to keep that snow melting, keep them flowing into rivers. The one bit of good news is that we remain out of the drought. Look at all of this area of California that has no mention of drought of any kind. This is one of the bits of good news with all of that snowfall that's now turning into runoff. Valley Cam, powered by Eagle Mountain Casino. This is time-lapse photography, and you wouldn't be able to tell it was time-lapse photography unless you saw the wiggling of the trees there, because our skies were clear blue throughout the day, at least until later on in the day. We started to see some thin clouds develop, and that was it. And so that's part of why we got as warm as we did. This is a live view at Eagle Mountain Casino in Porterville. Skies are very clear right now, and there were a couple of isolated thunderstorms that were visible off in the distance. They've all fizzled now. You can't even see any of that on our live radar right now. So clearing skies, staying clear on the valley floor, and that means our temperatures They're going to get a little bit cooler tonight, which will translate into a slight cool down for tomorrow. But again, we're still into the above normal category. We're going to watch the potential for thunderstorms pop up over the Sierra Nevada again through tomorrow afternoon and then clearing out just as quickly, just like we have for the last couple of days. Tonight, overnight low of 61 in Pixley, Porterville 62, 61 in Hanford, 59 in Lemoore, 5 Points 58, 59 in Madera, 57 in Chowchilla, Merced 56, 57 also in Los Banos. High temperatures tomorrow, 90s, but a little bit cooler. 93 in Chowchilla, 95 in Mendota, 87 in Oakhurst, 10 degrees warmer in 5 Points, Huron, 96 for Lemoore, 95 in Visalia and Tulare, Porterville 94 and 95 expected in Delano. Air quality will still be moderate to unhealthy for the sensitive groups. This is the exact same forecast that we had for today. Your solar forecast brought to you by Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. High for Friday, diminishing a little, but not by much for Saturday and Sunday. So a few thin clouds is all we can expect. So clear skies for tonight. Pretty mild stuff. 64 will be the overnight low. The breeze is a little bit stronger right now, but it'll drop down to 10 miles per hour by tomorrow morning. And for our high temperature, you can expect a high temperature still be in the 90s. 94, this still qualifies as heat wave, but not quite as hot as today. Northwest wind up to 15 miles per hour. Again, that's later in the day that we start to see those breezes get a little bit stronger. We'll drop a little more, but still heat wave on Saturday, just barely. We get a little hotter again on Sunday and Monday, so officially the heat wave continues. But look at Tuesday, where it drops back down to 93, but the average temperature actually comes up to 85, so that no longer qualifies as a heat wave, and neither do Wednesday and Thursday. Look at that, upper 80s for the valley. That's only a couple of degrees off of normal. 85 is normal for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. Your regional forecasts are available on our website at yourcentralvalley.com, so please go check it out there. So temperatures continue to be above average. It's hot. It's a little early to be in the upper 90s, but it's not completely unheard of.
No, and it feels pretty good outside right now when we leave work, so I'm okay with it.
Oh, yeah, right. In the overnight hours, it's okay.
I like the heat, though, but thank you, AJ.
You bet.
All right, well, coming up next in sports, did Aaron Judge really hit another home run against the Blue Jays? Andrew Martin joins us with that story. Andrew.
He sure did, and he will surely be disappointed that the Yankees don't play the Blue Jays tomorrow. We'll talk about the big guy and what he continues to do next in Sports Central.
KC24 is your local weather authority, always the most accurate. And now the Chuck Chansey Getaway Forecast gives exclusive regional information for your weekend. AJ Rubin and the Chuck Chansey Getaway Forecast is all you need, and it's all on KC24, your local weather authority.
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer activities. Sorry.
This Memorial Day, get low 3.99% APR financing on the road trip ready Highlander.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
We've seen a wet winter season this year. Along with green grass and spring flowers, allergies may start earlier, and COVID, flu, and other viruses are still very active. Buzz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic virus symptoms. Take away the guesswork and get proper diagnosis and early treatment from our Valley locations before allergy symptoms arrive. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Buzz Allergy today and breathe easier.
All work and no play. Yeah, you know the rest of it. Meet Cindy and Mindy. Identical twins, only in appearance. Cindy loves chicken wings and cheering on the dogs. Mindy loves music and dancing the two-step. Twins like this need their own sitcom. But DNA is the real character here. Dancing is in their genes. An epic night ×2. Yeah! Table Mountain Casino Resort.
The latest conditions live. The KC24 Valley Cam Network.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and have s'more fun. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's crispy. Anyone?
This Memorial Day, get low 3.99% APR on Camry or lease for $379 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
Is in red figure. First round of the PGA Championship and around a 4 under par for Bryson DeChambeau. The ex-Clovis East standout shot a 66. He had 6 birdies on his card. Entering Friday, he's in second place, 1 shot back. The Clovis North softball team played the first 24 games this season without a loss. There was 1 tie in there. The rest were all wins. The Broncos easily won the track for the 3rd year in a row, and they are the #1 seed in the section playoffs in Division I. They're also well rested, having received a first-round bye. hosting Stockdale on Thursday with ace pitcher Ryan Maddox in the circle. She got plenty of run support. Bottom 2, freshman Zoe Thomas hits one on the ground the opposite way. That scores Kaylee Lua all the way from second to make it 4-0. Next inning, threatening again, an incredible play by the Mustang shortstop prevents more runs from scoring. Stockdale actually comes back to pull off the upset, 8-7 in 9 innings. Other quarterfinal scores from Thursday, several double-digit seeds continue to advance. In Division 2, Frontier beats Tulare Union. Division 3, Reedley, the 15 seed, with a win at Shafter. Division 5, 12th-seeded Dos Palos beats Bishop Union. Division 6, Mendota with a 14-1 win over Layton. The Fresno State baseball team with a non-conference home game against St. Mary's on Thursday. The Bulldogs scored 3 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 8 in the third. In that third inning, Mountain West Player of the Week Grady Morgan hit a 2-run home run. Bobby Blanford hit a grand slam. Bulldogs beat the Gales 17-6. These teams will play again on Friday. Will Aaron Judge hit a home run on Friday? We don't know, but we do know that he hit a home run on Thursday. His 12th home run this season, 6th in his last 6 games. Yankees beat the Blue Jays 4-2. In the NBA, Lakers, Nuggets, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, another triple-double for Nikola Jokic. An embarrassing moment for LeBron James when he is unable to dunk. Jamal Murray scored 37 points, 23 of which came in the fourth quarter. Nuggets win 108-103. They lead the series 2-0. Game 3 is on Saturday. An update on JoJo Hunter, a story we've been following for the past few days. After being arrested on Tuesday, no charges were filed, and he was released from jail on Thursday. He is able to resume team activities at Fresno State. We have much more on this story right now on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Grizzlies, Rawhide, and Dodgers all lose. State volleyball playoffs, Clovis East, Clovis, and Sanger all advance to the regional final. Clovis East and Clovis will play each other in Division 1. And that's a look at sports.
Hey, Central Valley, Mario Lopez here, and I'm here to tell you that Eagle Mountain Casino's new location right off Highway 65 in Porterville is now open with more of everything. More winning, more slots, more table games, more dining, and more entertainment. A tap house and the center bar where you can enjoy your favorite sports and drinks. So sign up to the new Legacy Rewards. Eagle Mountain Casino is still the people's casino, closer to you, right off Highway 65 in Porterville.
If you feel sick, test to know if it's COVID. Medication is key to slow the virus in your body. Recover smoother. You may test negative sooner. California, you know you need it. Test it, treat it, you can beat it.
Yeah. Visit youcanbeatit.org or call 833-422-4255 to ask for medication to treat COVID-19.
The Customer Appreciation Sale is going on now at the SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. Save $20 store-wide on SAS shoes for men and women. SAS shoes fit any lifestyle, and you'll love the enhanced comfort, support, and stability in every step. Plus, you always get a custom fitting to ensure your SAS shoes fit perfectly. Save $20 store-wide at the SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. Life's a journey. Wear comfortable shoes.
At Precision, we know tomorrow is too late.
We'll fix your garage door right the first time and earn your 5-star review.
Whether it's fixing a broken spring or replacing a whole new door, Precision has you covered.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Hobbytown is back, and we sell fun with something for almost every hobbyist, including trains, games, and puzzles, RC cars, and planes. We've got you covered. Hobbytown on Barstow and Blackstone in Fresno. We sell fun.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. See life-size animatronic dinosaurs, walking dinos, baby dinos, and so much more. Starting May 20th in Fresno. Tickets are flying fast. Buy in advance at JurassicQuest.com.
Now yourcentralvalley.com pros who know.
By using third-party financing with competitive programs, your new smile can be affordable and easy. Call Better Life today to see if you qualify.
For more expert advice, go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros who know. This is Ksee 24 News at 11.
Well, it was a consequential day at the state capitol as more than 1,000 bills faced a big test, moving from the legislative process or stalling out. Eitan Wallace gives us a look at which bills made it through and which ones are now on the cutting room floor.
California carpenters making their voices heard today outside the state capitol. They're in Sacramento to urge support for SB 4 and SB 423. SB 4 would allow faith institutions to build affordable housing projects on their excess land, while SB 423 seeks to streamline affordable housing construction in areas not meeting state-mandated housing goals.
Good morning.
Both bills were among more than 1,000 pieces of legislation that went before either the Senate or Assembly Appropriations Committees on this day known as Suspense Day. In essence, the day is all about committee members taking up bills that could have financial impacts on the state, specifically pieces of legislation that would require the state to spend at least $50,000 from the general fund or $150,000 from another special fund. All the more significant this year as California faces a $32 billion budget deficit.
Hold in committee.
Members of the Appropriations Committee can either kill a bill, make amendments to it, or allow it to continue on in the legislative process. As for the SB 4 and SB 423 housing bills supported by the carpenters, with some amendments, those pieces of legislation made it through. The bill's author, Senator Scott Wiener, expressing relief.
These are two highly impactful housing bills that will help California address its severe housing shortage.
As for a bill that would limit the use of law enforcement canines only for situations deemed dangerous, with amendments, it too got through the committee.
I like the direction that we're headed, the right thing to do, and a necessary discussion to continue to have on the proper use of police canines.
On climate, Senator Henry Stern's SB 12 that by the end of the decade seeks to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by more than half what they were in 1990 died in committee. But he saw success with his other bill requiring companies that take in more than $500 million in revenue every year to provide climate-related financial risk reports.
We're basically asking the biggest banks and corporations in the world to just tell us what's in their wallet. How much pollution from climate is in your portfolio. And last year we lost. Hopefully this year we win.
Still, for other bills, it was a different outcome.
Animal shelters, euthanasia, notice holding committee. AB 1101, flora, balcony inspection.
That was Assemblymember Bill Asaley's real-time reaction upon watching his piece of legislation held in committee, or in other words, killed. Known as Bowie's Law, it would have required animal shelters to provide at least 72-hour public notice before euthanizing a shelter pet.
Killing this behind the scenes in a Probes committee is wrong, and our animals deserve better.
Reporting at the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden made a visit to the Hiroshima Memorial today while in Japan. The Japanese Prime Minister and his wife welcomed the Bidens as well as other leaders at the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park as they started the official first day of the G7 summit. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial serves as a reminder of the inhumane nature of nuclear weapons. President Biden and the Prime Minister also met ahead of the summit to showcase the strength of their alliance. This year's summit is expected to tackle the challenges of Russia's war in Ukraine, North Korea's ballistic nuclear threats, and relations with China. And still to come on Ksee 24 News at 11, Blue Bell has released a new ice cream flavor. Where you can find it and why it might just be the thing your ice cream floats have been missing.
It's never happened. America has never defaulted on its debt. But John Duarte and Republicans in Congress keep pushing us closer. See, instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, Duarte voted to take away things we depend on. Funding for education, Medicaid, even veterans' health care. All while protecting tax breaks for billionaires and big corporations. So tell John Duarte, stop pushing America into default and start looking out for us.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, get a $4,000 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
You are what you litter. Coffee cups, cigarette butts, food wrappers, soda cans. Litterheads are a major problem. But we all have a choice. Don't be a litterhead. One vision, one mission, one Fresno.
Together, we can beautify Fresno. Find out how at beautifyfresno.org.
We've been partners with Chevy for a long time. I mean, it's one of those things where you're just proud and you're happy to be a partner. In the Valley, Chevy Silverado is the #1 selling full-size pickup. There's always something exciting coming out with Chevrolet, and the most recent one probably was the Corvette mid-engine. The car enthusiasts out there are all saying, wow, this is amazing.
Patrick Chevrolet.
Dr. Mehta knows pain.
Oftentimes, I see patients with pain in their knees, their hips, their back, and it's actually coming from their feet.
Her suggestion?
It's as easy as going into a Good Feet store.
Come in for your free arch support fitting.
This is a town called Basic. It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2023 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $399 per month lease or get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
At Long John Silver's, our 100% white meat chicken is always just a batter dip away from becoming its own golden treasure. Batter up. Dive into our $6 chicken basket or order ahead at longjohnsilvers.com. Fish yeah.
Well, finally tonight, Bluebell Ice Cream is introducing the Dr. Pepper flavor into the mix for ice cream floats. Customers can now purchase the Dr. Pepper float ice cream flavor. It's described as a creamy vanilla ice cream that's swirled together with Dr. Pepper flavored sherbet. The float is available in both half-gallon and pint sizes through the end of the year, and it's available wherever Bluebell Ice Cream is sold. I love Bluebell Ice Cream. I think it's one of the best brands out there. Have you tried it?
I have tried Bluebell ice cream, but I don't know. I'm not sold on the Dr. Pepper.
I'll try it just to try
yeah,
it.
I mean,
it's
too, but
it can't be too bad. It's good ice cream weather now, though.
Right, yeah, still hot outside, so yeah, get a scoop and get ready for some more of this heat wave. It will finally come to an end early next week, and look at the middle of next week. Back down to the 80s, which is very close to normal for this time of year. 85 is normal on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and so we're going to get a lot closer to what we would consider normal for the last few days of May.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you join us again for tomorrow. Good night.
Next, E.T. Arnold Schwarzenegger reveals his biggest life regrets.
Daddy, where were you when I had my recital?
And how art is imitating life in his upcoming TV debut. Next, E.T.
Entertainment tonight, weeknights at 7:30 on Ksee 24.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources today. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
It's Central Valley Honda dealers' race to save. Race in now for supercharged savings, like a $279 a month lease on Civic, boldly delivering up to 42 mpg. $279 a month on HRV, with loads of cargo space and available all-wheel drive. And $369 a month on Accord Hybrid, hitting up to 51 mpg. But you gotta get here fast. Our Race to Save event ends Memorial Day.
This is not the first all-electric car. That's because no BMW sees the road until it's reached the ultimate standard, our own. A standard that demands every BMW feels exactly like a BMW should. Unparalleled performance and precision handling made possible by electric engineering. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine? Take advantage of financing as low as 2.99% and a $2,000 credit.
When I got hurt in a car wreck, I had so many questions, so I called Dunyon Law.
I'm attorney Connell Dunyon. After a car wreck, just call us. We'll speak with you for free and answer all of your questions.
They got me $500,000.
Call DUNNION.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra light-duty models. We are professional grade GMC.
Life is uncertain. With CalHope's free and secure mental health resources, it's easy to get the help you and your loved ones need when you need it the most. Call our warm line at 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org today.
From Studio 6B in Rockefeller Center in the heart of New York City, it's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Hey, hey, hey. Tonight, join Jimmy and his guests